Hey guys, JB here. Excited you're with me today. Just got done with a 14-mile run, and what I typically do is go to the sauna, then hit the cold plunge in the ice barrel. You can see it over here. I have the Warrior Willpower Chiller that keeps this about 42 degrees. Yesterday I got this about a couple weeks ago. The Binecer, the side, name's on this side, Binecer, I'll put the link down below. $300 inflatable cold tub. You can get it on Amazon. They did send this for free to me to test it. I've never had a lay down tub or an inflatable. Comes with a big bag. I'll show you the unboxing as soon as we do a quick test of this thing. It comes with a pump, a plunger, everything, so you can take it with you. Where, you know, I've got this big one here, you can see that's not going anywhere. So basically, you got a couple clips here. This inflates pretty easy. Just make sure on the pump, you're going to see in the video afterwards, that you put the hose on top, not on the bottom. I couldn't get it to go. I was like, what is that going on? I couldn't get the pump working, and it was all my fault. Okay, so water looks crystal clear, looks clean. Let me grab the camera. I'll show you here. And I don't prefer the lay down, but you can see the water looks good. I prefer kind of to sit down, and I'll open this one up. You can see there's a seat in there that I like. But again, this one's about $1,300. This one's $300, all right? And you can take it with you. So let's get in this thing, see how it works, and see if we can get a little cold dip. Like I said, typically I go sauna, cold dip, but today we're gonna go, oh, there's a little butterfly here. We don't wanna kill the butterfly. Come on, butterfly. They go where the water is, I know that. Okay, so do a little breathing here. Let's get in here. This is not going to be as cold as I normally do it. Let me set a timer up here. I got a timer up on. This is actually a cold dip room that I made that I use for training. Many of you know that I'm training for a 3:30 marathon. I'm 55. I just did a sub 20-minute 5K last weekend, which was just huge. That was a goal for the summer, and I already got it done, which I'm happy about. So let's see how we can do this. Okay, so it's definitely bigger. This is almost like a bathtub than that one. I'm used to, again, sitting. So when I come into this one, let's see, I'm gonna kneel first. Okay, as we get in, no, it's pretty comfortable. I'm kind of laying. I like to sit a little bit. Let me get my wind. It's cold. Woo! And you probably hear my. Let me take my headphones off. I literally just got done running. I got some Motley Crue playing there. So why do people do this? Well, there's a lot of benefits to it. For me, inflammation is a big one. The other reason I do it is for the dopamine. I absolutely love sitting in here for 3 to 4 minutes, just letting my body cool down, and I just wake up. Like, it's just such a wonderful thing to wake up. Now, I typically don't dip my head because I plunge alone, and there's a 0.00001% chance that you know, something could go wrong. And if I'm alone, I'm not going to do something even with a 0.001 chance. As an athlete that's working to become a elite endurance athlete, I want to be really careful with my body and not take chances. Like, I'm not going to eat blowfish, right? So basically, let me show you a little bit of the put together. It really is simple. It comes out of the bag pretty easy. Then you get the pump. Again, like I said, make sure you plug the pump in the top, not in the other side. That's an important part. Definitely, like, you could fit 2 people in this thing. This thing is gigantic. I typically go under shoulders. I got my whoop up here. Let's just put my hands in here. And if you break, like, move around a little bit, it actually is colder than if you just sit still. If you just sit still, then what happens is you don't get the full effect because your body just creates like a little bit of like a seal around you, just in layman's terms. I'm not going to get all detailed and technical here, but basically, you know, I love it. My heart rate drops right away on my whoop, and it just really is a very satisfying experience. Again, this is really big. I like this. I mean, you know, I also go to Florida, so this, you know, up here, I'm up outside Chicago in my retreat center, so I'm going to keep the ice barrel up here. And this one, I like it. You could deflate it, take it where you want, maybe grab a couple bags of ice, throw it in there. So maybe if you're at a local triathlon or you're volunteering at a local endurance race, you know, $300-400. Again, these prices kind of go up and down. They sent this for free. You can get the link down below. And most of these inflatables are in that range. Quality-wise, I would say it's pretty solid. I haven't had any leaks. You can actually hook up a heater cooler to it, which is pretty cool. I have mine hooked up to the ice barrel, so I'm not going to take everything apart. But it worked great. Just, I can tell just by the fittings that they come with it that you just, you plug in the fittings. All these things are pretty similar. If you are using you know, are going to get one of these, I would suggest the Sorona chemicals. That's what I use. And it's hydrogen peroxide based, so you're not getting the chlorine. I also use that in my hot tub, in my cold plunges. A little expensive, but you don't need a lot. Keeps the water really clean with all the chemicals. I will also put a link down below to that. And if for some reason I forget, just put in the comments, you know, hey, what chemicals are you putting in there? Again, I want to be as healthy as possible, and so I do more of a hydrogen peroxide based cleaning. Again, if you put a heater cooler on this, you can get a filter, and mine has a UV filter and a filter on it, which helps keep it clean. I don't have to change the water as much, but if you have something like this without, like I don't have it hooked up right now, I'd probably change water weekly. I think that's the recommendation. Depending on the load, bathing load, if you do the hydrogen peroxide thing, you probably, you know, get a couple weeks out of it at least. This has got to be about 45 degrees. I like it right at about 40. I can tell you it's pretty cool because I mean, it's cold, but it's not, you know, freezing. Like I usually go a little bit cooler than this. My timer's going off. So I typically go 4 minutes. So we'll get out here. But I do like this sturdy construction. You can see I'm 5'9", 160 pounds. And you could fit, I mean, you could fit anybody in there, 6'4". I'm sure you could fit in there. It's almost like a bathtub. And then I like that it has this little, you know, these little, you know, clamps on it. I'll check it. I'll put some comments in a week below this video once we see how much, you know, see how cold it keeps it. I'll document how cold it keeps it without being connected. You know what I mean? Like right now, there's just water in it. It's not connected to a heater cooler, so we have to see how long, you know, it stays cold. You know, that's an important part of it. But overall, you know, a nice tub. Like I said, the portability of it's great. Like I said, you know, you deflate it. You know, you put it in this bag just so you can see the bag. Again, here's the pump. You saw that in some of the B-roll. Make sure you put it on the top, not on the bottom. That was the problem I had. Comes with a nice repair kit, which is great. Little orange repair kit stuff. And then they have some instructions here. And they say the recommended usage is draining every if they're using hydrogen peroxide every 2 to 3 weeks. And the Sorona chemicals, just so you can kind of see what they look like, I'm going to grab the oxidizer right here. You can see this is the Sorona bottle. And I use that in my hot tub and in my, it's Sirona. It's more expensive, but you don't have chlorine or bromine. I actually like that a little bit better. So as always, just kind of a real-time unboxing, kind of, you know, what do I do kind of video. I do ice plunge or ice dip almost every single day. My body's going great. I'm 55. I am running hard, 30, 40 miles a week, and then preparing for the marathon in Toledo. I just, like I said, broke sub 20, and I think a lot of this care is an important part. I'm now going to hit the sauna for 20 minutes, really take care of my body so that I don't get hurt. That's the key thing. You know, a lot of people are older watching this. At our age, we got to stay healthy. So as always, hey, thanks for watching the channel, having some fun here, doing some other things, and I appreciate your support. I'm going to get my protein in me now and get some relaxation. But Binecer ice plunge, pretty cool little thing. Nice for an inflatable, not that expensive. And I think, you know, it would last you, again, if you want to go long term, I do love the ice barrel. I got it at 42 degrees. It just stays there. Like it's so insulated. It's so nice. But for something portable, you know, we got a local half marathon, throw it out there. When people get done, they can jump in, clean it up. Obviously have some hydrogen peroxide in there. And I think that's where it could be really cool. Or if you're a coach with high school students or something, this could be a good substitute to have, and just grab a couple, you know, some ice and throw it in there. It'd be pretty cool. But let's test it. First look at it. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.